Our Sunday morning. It's actually gotten darker in the last hour than it was. So I'm just chilling around for a little bit, waiting for Mory. He and I are going to go on a little rodeo trip. So, and apparently Mory's bringing Blakely out so that Blakely can help Becky and Ty clean up flower beds and stuff. That's what I was told. Do you think I believe that? Bandit doesn't believe it either. Do you, buddy? Huh? What? Yeah, no, you don't get to lick the lens. Window licker anyway. So, I'll show you what we get when we get there. In the meantime, like I said, I'm just chilling. We would have been out of here already, but the guy didn't get Becky's message yesterday, and he just saw it this morning. Otherwise, we'd have been gone long before he messaged her back. Look at that. There's Mory. And here's I-5, northbound. And, oh, there's 4 of those back there. They came off, it was a Clark? A Clark was a military articulated tractor made to pull a scraper. And they had it for a number of years, and he sold the tractor, and the guy didn't want to spend the extra money to be able to ship the duals down to California. So he had these for sale. Ron found them on Marketplace and told me, and then Ben said, yeah, I saw those the other day. I was going to send you that, and I didn't. So, for the price, I didn't need the rims, just needed the tires, but I can probably use these rims, save having to break them down. And there's the scenery we have today. That's the east side of I-5. We're just north of Harrisburg, Oregon. And the west side we can't see too far. But, you know, it's always good to make connections. This is what the guy farms. Oh, this and filberts. And I think they still do some grass seed. But here we go. All the destructions. Product of Langdon Ag. Harrisburg, Oregon. I'm assuming if you really want to, you can probably order some from him. I don't see a website anywhere, but I know he's on Facebook. So there you go if you're interested. Said they've done this for about 10 years. Everybody thought they were crazy, but they had some marginal ground that wouldn't want to grow grass like that. So they did it and figured, well, a neighbor had been planting wild rice and all the duck hunters were coming in. Says, at least we'll make something off the duck hunters if we can't make anything off the ground. And 10 years later, they got this in, you said what, 65 stores?
Yeah.
Something like that. From here to the coast and from here to Portland. And he says, wish we'd have done it 20 years ago. So, anyway, that's Mory and I's morning. It's noon now, by the way. That's how our morning's been. I mean, things went good down there. We had a very nice chat with the man. They've been farming there. His family's been farming in that area for well over 100 years. So, yeah, learn a little history over there, too. A rare Sunday look at a Blakely. She came out with Mory. I have no idea what her parents are doing today. I just know they were too busy to come get the rest of their pile of wood up there. And she gets to go home with Mory.
Yeah.
Don't ya? Blakely, can you tell everybody bye?
That opened up.
It's full. Can you tell everybody bye-bye? Hey,
There you go.
you're ignoring me. Bye-bye.
Can you say bye-bye to Bempa?
Jeez, she's been in a pretty good mood, too. Oh,
You're
well.
getting stiffed on the loves.
Yeah, nothing new. I always get the short end of the stick. I moved those out of the way. They're sitting there because all the J-hooks and stuff were in the back of the pickup. They're all now down at the bottom of that mess. And Mory's going to take her home.
Yeah, see you guys later.
And apparently, Ty's going to follow him home to make sure he gets there.
Might get lost.
Nothing new. It is about the time she's already gone anyway. So,
Have a good one, guys.
well, that job's done. Just got to close the door. Probably should feed the boys while I'm back here since it's that time of day anyway. And the sun finally comes out. So, I didn't get you a whole lot of the trip, but yeah. We were talking, discussing things. You know, stuff I usually don't get to do because I usually don't spend any time alone with him. But there they are. Yeah, they're not the greatest in the world. Jackie advertised them as being 30%. But they didn't have any cracks. Well, they got a couple started, but it's not bad. They got a lot of life left. I was just gonna look here and see. Yeah, they got about a full inch of tread left on them. So, I mean, in my circles, it's probably a little more than 30%. Hi guys, how are you? Chickens? Chickens? So, right there's where they'll set for a little while. Throw them on the pallets so I can move them easier. I don't know if I can use these and go direct onto the versatile wheels or not. If not, it means break them down and swap them around. But I tell you what, these four are in as good or better shape as the best one that's on that thing over there. So that's what I do know. And a whole lot cheaper than new ones. I mean, I got four with wheels in them for half or less than half of the price of one new tire. And they'll last a long time. The guy said they couldn't remember if that was the second set of tires they'd had on that tractor they came off of or the third set. But they were pulling a 12 bottom plow at 7 miles an hour. He said the thing only had a 4-speed in it. So your choices were limited. It was either 2.5 miles an hour or 7 miles an hour. So yeah, they ate tires up, but they got the job done quicker. What do you guys want? Huh? What do you want? Would you like me to feed you? You think you would like that? Okay, I will feed you. Then see how many cows we can see. They've all moved around. Let's see, a cow there, cow and a calf. Calf. 5 more calves. Go up on the hill. Oh wait, come over here. You kind of see the cows through the tree there. This other group, they were all down here just when I came back with that first pallet of tires. Now they're all gone. Oh well. And yeah, pasture's running out. For them, they still got quite a bit. They'll be fine. These girls got a lot of stuff they trampled down and still a lot of tall stuff. So they'll be fine for a while, and by the time they really don't have anything there, hopefully that little 3/4 piece in the lane will both have enough growth for them for a while. Mory said he needs a new deck on that little trailer of his. I said, well, hey, I got 2 48-footers you can put new decks on. This is the one I've never used. I've only brought it home. It has plans. This is the one I always use. And the decks on both of them are about equal. They're both junk. But here's something that was kind of interesting. I don't know if that number was just the lease company's number or if it correlates. I don't think it correlates with the VIN number. It doesn't look like it. So that was the lease company's number. 340575 and 340576. These were both bought brand new with extra winches on them. There's a winch every 2 feet. They're one on one side, one on the other side. Because the company that leased them hauled a lot of aluminum billet. That's all 2 foot long stuff, so you got to have all the winches. And they would lease them for 5 years, would be the end of the lease. Then they'd buy them at the end of the lease and keep the maintenance agreement going. And then they'd sell them, start over again. But I was looking before I started this clip. This one was made 12 of 85. And there's nothing in the VIN down here that matches that, so that's their number. This one, 11 of 85. Both of them are licensed as 1986. Obviously, you know, into 85 anyway. So I just thought that was cool. I'd show you. Oh yeah, here's another little trick. I do have a few of them little binkies you can stuff in these to plug them when you're not using them. They're expensive. They don't like the sun. Tape is cheap. And we've got some little bug here who likes to get inside these, and the nest or whatever they make looks like 2 or 3 cotton balls all put together. And I had issues on this one because I pulled out what I could one day, thought I had it all, charged the brakes, got all the air tanks full, made it 1.5 miles away, pulled in a field, and my brakes set. I had the valves all apart, I had everything apart. In the end, I finally deleted a valve and got rid of part of the problem. But so keep a roll of tape in the trucker. Boom, you're done. You can stay on there for 5 minutes, it can stay on there for 5 months, it doesn't matter. And hey, this one still has this on it. Penske. 1 Northeast Columbia Boulevard, Portland. So it looks like it says 1, kind of interesting. Anyway, that one, I don't remember ever seeing a sticker on it when I got it. But there's a trailer story, a tire story, the cows hiding from me story. And Ty told me right before she left, she gives those 2 pregnant cows a bale of hay in the feeder because they were out. But she didn't tell me if she gave any grain to the other cow or fed the dogs, so I guess I gotta find that out. Guess I'll leave you right here. Look at that. Back where it belongs, looks good. Only thing I gotta do yet is where I cut it. That raw edge needs a little paint on it. I'll do that on both sides. It's sitting back pretty much where it was now. I really don't know how they got that side to go as hard as this side was. And while this is in here, we should have rubber for, hope there's rubber for the back window because this one really needs it. Should be one for the right front window over there and one for the door. And all these glass came with 2 holes for a windshield wiper. And the plug popped out of the one and we've popped it back in, and I think it's going to get glued in this time. It's laying in there. Hook those lines up. Well, I'm going to put fuel in the tank first. I'll hook the return line up and then hook the fuel line back up right there. Well, wait. Before it gets hooked up, we'll pressurize the tank and get some fuel up here so that there's no air anywhere, and then it'll fire right up. I don't know what order that's going to go in because it does really need to get, here he is even. 1, maybe there's only 2. Nope, there's 3. All 3 rubbers are there. I think I mentioned something about them yesterday. I hope they're big enough because on the 2294 with a smaller door, it barely made it. And I got a feeling we're going to have to take a decent piece of the old rubber and reuse it and glue it in. But that's hopefully going to happen tomorrow. Then Tuesday's a messed up day. Story of my life. But hey, I enjoyed my day today. Had some fun with Mory. Good conversation. Met a nice guy. Brought me home some wild rice, and maybe Becky will make some of that. And the dog's got a bark. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all had a great Sunday and hope everybody has a great Monday.